Okay, right, so now what we'll do is we'll have a look through the workspace that we've got here. Okay, I'm not going to go through all the tools and what all of them do. I'm just going to skim over a few things and just try and get you used to the environment quite quickly. So over in this side of the screen on the left, let me just, can I zoom in? There we go. I'll just zoom in on this side of the screen. So you can see if you hover your mouse over these tools, it tells you what they're called. And it also shows you the shortcut key to jump from one tool to the other. So it's handy to get used to these and memorize them. You'll find your way, I'm sure. These two selection tools are really useful straight from the start for clicking and dragging and moving things around. I've not used the page tool. The gap tool is just for moving areas about, boxes about. We'll be using the type tool. You can see that this particular tool has a small triangle in the bottom right corner of it here. So that means that if you click and hold your mouse down on it, then there's two different versions of that tool. Okay, so there's the normal type tool and there's also this type on a path tool. Okay, it's a line tool, it's a pen tool which we'll have a go with shortly, and the pencil tool. We're also going to use these rectangle frame tools. Okay, see the different parts of this pen tool. Yeah, that's for drawing something out and editing what you've drawn. Same kind of situation goes with the pencil tool. With the box rectangle tool with a cross in it, you can see here that there's a few different versions of that, and the same goes with this rectangle tool. Okay, oops, let's cancel that. And what else can we look at? Magnifying zoom tool, that's quite handy, and the hand tool for moving things around. We'll be using probably both of those. Further down here we've got your fill and stroke. So when you create a box, it can have a fill colour and it can have a stroke colour. So the fill is the inside colour of it and the stroke is the outside. And here the default for this, you've got a little shortcut to go back to the default settings for this particular tool. Okay. I'm pressing the wrong button, so I'll just zoom back out again and press Command and 0 to see my whole document over there. So as you select different tools over in your toolbar on the left hand side, sometimes you'll get the different options available for these particular tools up at the top. Okay. Also over on this right hand side there's a bunch of extra windows that can pop out various parts of your document. Okay, so we've got layers, we've got links, we've got stroke, and this is something that we will use, and colour. Okay, and all of these you can put them wherever you want, so I can just click and drag that off there, and I can put that here. Swatches, I might use that, so I'm just going to put that there. I can go up to window, and I might want to use something else from up here. Text wrap, I'll just put that one there. You can see if you move stuff over here, so you can customize your working environment, you get the little blue line and it's going to add it to this main palette dock over here, but you can just pull things off there, click on things and they'll pop open. Okay. Excuse me. What else? Color. Oh, let's get the gradient one open as well. Right. Okay, so these also can be closed with a little circle cross there. So all of these things will disappear. And what's not happening is that they're going back over here. They're just disappearing. Okay, so all of these things that I've just pulled from here and then closed have all disappeared. And so you might want some of these things back. How do you do that? If you just go up to Essentials and reset Essentials over here, then you'll get all those palettes back where they were. Okay. Other stuff that we have that's important, we've got rulers. on the top and the left hand side of your document, and you can switch those on and off if you go to the View menu, or you can press Command and R and make them appear and disappear. You can also add guides and a grid, which might be helpful if you're laying out a document. So if you're inside this ruler area, if you click and drag, you can pull down some guidelines which you can then use to lay stuff out within, and I can pull them out from the left hand side. There's also a sort of a snapping thing switched on in the software, so that stuff is, you can see how these things are snap into the middle of this column. Okay, so we go up into View and we've got grids and guides. So we've just added some guides. We can lock those guides so they're not editable, but these things, we can make things snap to guides. Okay, so anything that we put in will stick to these guidelines that we've just put on there. And also, if you want to move some of these guides around, use the selection tool here. Does that one work with it? No, it's just that top selection tool that allows you to move these guides around. Okay, we'll just go and switch on snap to guides again, and where's the other one? Show document grid. Okay, so now we've got it looking like a piece of graph paper. You can see there that you can get your components to snap to that document grid if you want to as well. Some of these things are good to have switched on at first, and then when you just want to move things around ever so slightly, you want to go and turn these things back off, just so you're not held to a specific grid or pixel. Okay. All right, so we'll leave that like it is. Okay then. What else have we got here? Pages, layers, windows. Right. So that's the workspace and some basic elements in there. Obviously, you'll probably want to have a bit of more of a browse through some of these other menus that are available to you up here. One of the most important one is in the Help and InDesign Help. If you click on that, it will load a little application which is a searchable help document for InDesign, which will show you how to do all manner of things if you're stuck. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask the actual application itself for some help. You can just go help, search in there and type in whatever it is that you're trying to find out about. Okay.